Hi, I'm Tyler and you're watching the Alaskan Dream YouTube channel. In this video, we're out here in the high country on a 48-hour opener for the caribou season. So that means we have 48 hours to get in here, get our caribou, and get out before the season closes. Stay tuned. We already got one down. We're on day 2. I'm trying to get mine. So stick around, it's gonna be a good video.
Good.
All right, guys, we got everything loaded up. We have 48 hours to go up to the 12-mile summit and get a caribou. See if we can get it done this year. Gonna head out today, do some scouting before the season opens at 12 o'clock tonight. So stay around.
Hear the wind across the tundra, hear the northern mountains call. The caribou are moving southward, and the season soon will fall. Only 48 hours, brothers, 48 before we're gone into Alaska's frozen wilds. We're right beneath the midnight sun.
All right, guys, caribou season 2026. We have 48 hours to get our caribou and get out. We are about 40 miles from the trailhead up by 12 Mile Summit. And we are way up here in the high country. Just wicked. As far as you can see, there's nothing but huge mountains. You can see the trail about 30 miles to the next ridge. It's just awesome out here, guys. But if you're from Alaska, you should definitely try this 40-mile hunt. But we only got 48 hours this year to get a bull, so it's gonna be crunch time. We're out here the day before opening day, scouting in, get our camp in, that way in the morning, straight to it. So stick around, we'll see how it goes. All right, well, I hope the wind noise isn't too bad. There ain't no trees up here in the high country, so we got up here, I think we're 30 or 40 miles in. I just got my four-wheeler, Kurt's got his side-by-side. I think we're gonna try to find a place to camp. Got this huge advantage of this whole mountain range. So I think we're gonna try to find a spot out of all this wind, get the camp set up. We can already see a couple guys down the valley, so make sure and have good etiquette and stay away from them. All right, guys, so we found our spot up here on the mountain, and we are gonna get camp set up so that way we can get something to eat. We've been trail riding for a couple hours, and we haven't seen any caribou yet, so I'm hoping they pop up tomorrow. Get the pack off. Gonna get the tent out and get it all set up. Got my ultralight Helinox chair. And I'm using the Stoic 2-person tent for this trip because it's my lightest and easiest tent to set up. It uses like a Y-bar system, so you connect these and it's got 2 Ys on the ends, and you just stick it to the holes on your grommets on the end of the tent, so the tent goes together super quick. This is the same tent I took with me last year caribou hunting, and I took to Ketchikan, Alaska to hunt black-tailed deer with my daughter Michelle. Just a really nice solid tent. Conveniently enough, I bought it on Facebook Marketplace. And now that we got it all set up, all we have to do is clip all the grommets on. And then you take this is your little middle bar. Middle bar goes through this top eyelet. There's one grommet right here on this side, and there's another grommet here on this side. That's what gives your tent a little bit thicker roof. It's a real nice lightweight tent. And rain fly, super easy. It's got 4 clips per corner, plus a couple little Velcro straps. Fine. It's a stoic 2-person tent. They got good build quality. And then right in here on the inside, there's a couple little Velcro strips just to give me a good angle so the wind's not aiming right at my door. All right, so you got the tent set up. I'm gonna show you guys how we put the guy lines out when it's all rock up here. So I'm gonna find some good, nice boulder that I can put on my guy line. All right, so what you gotta do to put your guy lines out up here in the high country, got this really nice heavy rock. Cinch it down the loop on your guy line, and then you're gonna just pull it tight, set it down, and then we're gonna put another rock on top of that just in case it gets windy. So quick tip, I already have it done. It's got one big hold down rock with a smaller rock on top, but awesome country. Mountains go on forever, so we're gonna see if we see some caribou tomorrow. All right guys, getting kind of chilly up here on the mountain. Sun's going down. Got some Mountain House fettuccine alfredo, 10 out of 10, my favorite dinner. And then got my Garmin right here, so texting Caitlin, letting her know where our campsite's at. Gonna get a good night's sleep, and tomorrow's gonna be game on. Fettuccine alfredo, 10 out of 10. Definitely my favorite. Alright guys, so it's getting dark, getting pretty chilly. It's about 43 degrees right now. Gonna get the four-wheeler gassed up. That way tomorrow if we see any caribou up on the ridge, I don't have to worry about refueling or anything. We can just buzz over there. So hoping we have enough. I think we do. This is a Yamaha Kodiak 700, and I didn't bring my bigger Yamaha Grizzly. This one has better tires, so it does a little better on the trails. But one thing about these four-wheelers, they get really good gas mileage. So I got these 2 2-gallons, which each one's one whole fill up, and you could ride for 4 or 5 hours on one jug. And we're way up here, so I don't want to run out while I'm going up a mountain or something. That would suck. One thing, do these remote trips, there ain't no running to town. You gotta bring what you need. If you ain't got it, you just gotta do without it. That's why it's always good here in Alaska. I tell people to spend the money, buy good gear, because you want to be able to rely on it with your life. Like, personally, I love Sitka. I think they make really good gear. I have 3 full sets of Sitka with the different colored camo, and I love them. Can't say enough good things about them, but they're pretty pricey. And my girls, the only one that I found in the youth at the time was Kuiu. They love their Kuiu stuff. They got the down jacket, the Trailblazer, the pants, the face cover, everything. That's what they use on our hunting trips. And that's the same thing. When you're taking kids, yeah, they grow out of the gear quick, but you don't want to bring them out here with bad gear, like with cheap gear, because good gear, you wick sweat better, fits better, you just feel better, and it'll just outperform the cheaper stuff. Plus it'll last longer. So we'll get in the tent, get ready to get some sleep. Alright guys, so we are in the tent, winding down, gonna play some Black Hole before I go to sleep, and eating some honey mustard pretzels. So get the alarm clock set. Probably gonna wake up around 4 or 5 in the morning, and hopefully we see some caribou. Brought the spotting scope, so we're gonna use that in the morning. We did find some caribou poop probably about 200 yards from camp, so they've been coming around here. See if we can get a beat on some tomorrow. See you guys in the morning. Alright, so it's opening morning. It's about 4:45 in the morning. We haven't heard any shots yet, but it's getting just light enough where you can be able to get a pop a shot off if you see one. So we're on the top of this ridge, and we're gonna start glassing, see if we see anything. A couple other hunters out here too so far, so I got the hunter's orange on. Don't want to get shot, so we'll see if we see any today. Booyah, guys. Right there at the bottom of that ridge, Kurt just dumped a bull. I'm gonna head back up, get the four-wheeler, run down there and help him grab it. Freaking sick opening day. Saw them from about 800 yards. Went down the mountain. Got him in a shooting range. Lights out. Stick around, we'll go check him out. All right, guys, so Kurt just shot a really nice caribou. He's about one ridge away from me that we were glassing. Didn't even have my binoculars up. I saw him moving on the next ridge, probably like 800 yards. And then we walked down the mountain, and he ended up coming right down the valley towards us. So Kurt got a really nice shot on him. Now we gotta get the four-wheeler, get down there and help him get that caribou off that valley. So stick around. I'm gonna show you Kurt's caribou when we get down there. Well, there you go, guys. One caribou down. The old 308 got her done. Got a really nice rack. Kurt's first caribou. A lot of hard work. All right, guys, well, there's the caribou. We got it up on the four-wheeler. We're gonna try to take it whole. Kurt wants to have his wife pick it clean at the house. So, pretty nice bull. It's a young one, but at least we got one down. Still tastes good. We're gonna see if I can make it up this mountain with it strapped on there. Going way up there. So, we'll see. This is sketch. Oh shit. So I thought this was gonna be the moment. I had these 3 caribou, probably about 250, 300 yards. I glassed them for a little while. I thought the front one could have been a bull, but when I kept looking through them with the scope, it just looked like it was gonna be 2 cows and then a calf. So I didn't take the shot and I just let him go. Well, we ended up meeting some friends. End up trying to run down some caribou. That was a bad idea. Never chase caribou because you can't keep up. But they just headed out. They're gonna get some more fuel and stuff. The group was probably about 30 of them, and they went over to the next ridge over, and another lady that was posted up over there, she got a shot on a really big bull. So we're just gonna keep glassing. The weather's still pretty nice, getting windy, but it's only about 12 o'clock. Kurt got his caribou around 7, so we've already seen 2 sets of 3 and then one big group of like 30. So we're gonna keep glassing, and if we see some, try to get some footage of it. All right, it's a new game plan. We're heading off the mountain right here, going down to the range. There's a big valley way down there, which is where all the caribou keep coming out of that valley and going up this little gully right here, which is where we keep seeing them. So we're gonna get the four-wheelers probably about 3 miles down there and try to get a little closer to them before they get too high in the country and spread out. So that's the goal for today. Stay. We are good to go. Well, I did it now. Parked the four-wheeler up there. I'm gonna keep hiking down. This draw is way deeper than I thought it was. And if I do shoot one, It's gonna be a hellacious hole to get this thing out of. But I can hear the river down there. So I'm gonna hike down to this river and then go up on this the beginning of this mountain over here. Any more caribou cross through that little channel, I'll be able to get a good shot. Well, it's definitely a hike. Four-wheeler way back there. Kurt's on a mountain way back that way. I can barely see him. Hiking the bottom of this mountain range. We're gonna get up here. It'll give us a perfect shot right down this valley. Oh man. If I get one back here, it's gonna be rough. All right, so we made it down here in this valley. This is the same, there's a creek right here at the bottom. We keep seeing all the caribou come right up this draw. So I four-wheelered down and hiked down, which probably wasn't a great idea because if I do shoot a big one, the pack out's gonna be ridiculous. But I can show you guys what the whole valley looks like. We were hunting up on that high mountain up top. I rode all the way down. Four-wheelers over there, but they're going right down the middle of this draw. And there's a creek down there at the bottom. So I'm just waiting to see if I can see any more across this creek. Give me a little better odds. All right, so we've been sitting on this drainage for about 2 hours. Haven't seen any sign yet, so I think I'm gonna make the hike back up to the four-wheeler and then attempt to make it back to camp. It's gonna be rough. Some of those rocks and stuff that I got over that four-wheeler, it's gonna take some years off of that thing. So I'm gonna try to get back. It's gonna be an adventure. That's what this life's all about. So if I don't flip, I will catch you guys in a little bit.
Hear the wind across the
Making it back. Really thick country. There's no path. A lot of fun.
Into Alaska's frozen wilds, we ride beneath the midnight sun.
Had a slight change of plans. Kurt ended up heading back home. That way he can work on processing his caribou he shot. So I'm gonna hunt the rest of the day today solo. And I'm gonna glass this ridge top, see if we see any caribou come up. It's been pretty slow. He's gonna come back in the morning, come get me. So we're gonna see how the action goes. I got a thing of biscuits and gravy I'm gonna eat for supper. And we got a monster that Kurt gave me, so free monster's a good monster. And then I just finished up making some coffee, so we are gonna keep glassing and just see what we see. So you can't really tell because of the camera angle, but I had a caribou come right up on top of the mountain where I was glassing when I went down to check out some other caribou. So right here I'm just glassing, trying to make sure it was a cow because I couldn't really tell, but she ended up getting too far away. Well guys, Getting late. Been a long day. It's almost 9 o'clock now. And I got a video. I got up close to one caribou. Thought it might have been a male. But when I kept glassing on it, when I got closer, I was 95% sure it was a female. So I let that walk. And you definitely don't want to mess up and shoot a female. They want to be 100% sure that it's a male. So I think that's the end of today. I gotta hike off the mountain and head over to camp, and then we are gonna try to wake up at 4 a.m. again and start hunting bright and early. Try to get a caribou before Kurt gets here to pick me up. Pretty chilly. It's about 42 degrees right now, plus a little bit of wind. Could be worse. At least the rain quit. I'm gonna keep glass until the sun goes down. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you tomorrow.
Alright, good morning everybody. It's about 4:21 in the morning on August 21st. It's the last day of that 48-hour caribou season. So we're up here on the mountain again. Got about 5 hours of sleep last night. And we're gonna keep glassing. See if we can get a caribou pretty early before everybody starts showing up. Pretty chilly today. It's about 40 degrees, windy and cloudy, so hope a big bull comes by before everybody starts coming up from the highway. But we'll see.
It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Still up here on top of the mountain, glassing. I saw one bull. Thought it could have been a shooter. I tried to get a little closer because I was probably like 500 yards. But if anybody knows, you can't chase caribou because they never stop. So that didn't work. Just got back on the mountain. Probably took me like an hour to hike back. So I'll make some breakfast at the mountain house, biscuits and gravy, and trying this new Starbucks Visa instant coffee. And then I got my Tokes titanium 550 pot with the Tokes titanium burner. It's kind of been my go-to lately. It's a little smaller, lighter. I like it. I used it on the camping trip earlier this year, and it worked out pretty good. So, but we're still trying. Hopefully I can get a video of you. Hopefully I can get you guys a video of me shooting one. We'll see. Well, it is safe to say that we are socked in. Fog rolled in, and you can see down there, it is thick. I can only see probably 30 yards. Even right up at the top of the mountain up there where my gear's at. It is thick. Oh my gosh. And this rolled in probably less than 5 minutes. So hope it clears up. It's gonna be hard to see some caribou unless they get close enough where I can pet them.
Sixth or seventh, and everyone's been by itself.
That's about right, because I mean, my buddy got lucky. Yesterday we were glassing up here, and he got a pretty nice bull in that canyon right across the mountain. That was trippy because it was all by itself, and then there was a lady that was perched up on a big rock mound on that hill on the other side. She got one yesterday. That was like a group of about 30. But all I saw so far today was
Bunch of cows. Huh?
I saw 2 sets of cows and then a cow with 2 calves that were running down the hill.
Yeah, I was hoping that was going to be a little yearling bull.
Right. Well, I went after one yesterday that I thought was a bull, and then I was like, after I kept glassing him, I'm like, oh my God. Like I was like, that's definitely a cow.
I seen her way down there. I was like, man, there's one right on the trail. Go up there and see what it is.
Right. Well, I stopped because all I seen was the antlers poking out, and then all of a sudden it looked like a cow, and I was like, ah.
Yeah.
So in this part of the video, I just got done talking to a fellow hunter, and we weren't seeing very much. Plus our vantage point was pretty fogged in. So my buddy Kurt got back that morning, and we decided we were going to head down the mountain and go to Nome Creek Trail, which was a couple miles down the highway after we get to the parking lot from the mountain. So right here we're crossing a couple creeks, and then at the end of this road there's a small river that we have to cross, which is right here, which was a little deeper than I thought. Definitely got my shoes soaked. Should have stood up on the seat with this one. But we are heading over to Nome Creek Trail. It's a lower elevation, and we're going to try to see if we can see anything over there.
I've used the yellow straps in the passenger side. The red ones don't fit across.
So this is on the Nome Creek Trail. This is when you first head up the mountain. It's actually a road where you can take your car to go camping up there in the summertime, but it's not maintained in the winter. This trail we're on is a spur road that we found that you can take, and it's pretty rocky, but you can get up in the high country where we were thinking the caribou were going to be. We saw a couple hunters up there, but it was starting to pour down rain and we weren't seeing any caribou. So we just decided to cut our losses because it was starting to get dark. Right here we're heading back onto the main trail, just putting the fullers back in high, taking them out of four-wheel drive. And right here is where the pipeline and the highway are at the beginning of the trail, which conveniently enough is the only place that has a public use bathroom, just so you know.
Alright, so this is probably going to be the end of the video. The spot that we were caribou hunting got fogged in real bad, so we came down here to Nome Creek Trail, ran up in the mountains, didn't see any caribou. Sadly, I have to work tonight, so we got the wheelers all back on the trailer. Good thing is, Kurt was able to get his first caribou. We've seen a ton of caribou this trip, so that just means here in the next month or so, we'll be going up to Chicken, Alaska to the other hunting zone to try to get me a caribou. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you made it the whole way, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next adventure.
Hear the wind across the tundra. Hear the northern mountains call. Winter's coming down from the north, and the daylight soon will fall.